everybody. Welcome to San Diego Comic-Con. This is my very first year, and it was freaking amazing. I would recommend anybody and everybody to go to it, especially if you're a comic book fan. So what we're doing here is looking at the Prime 1 part of the Sideshow booth. So this is actually the first time that I've ever seen any Prime 1 pieces in person. As you can see, the first one we're looking at here was the Frank Miller Batman. This is the piece I was most excited about coming out of from Prime 1. So it's super detailed, lots of texture, really massive. It's the first 1/3 scale piece I've seen. As you can see from this video, it looks pretty amazing. I have to say that even though the paint apps, and this is obviously the prototype, but the paint apps on these pieces are all really clean, but for me there's something that's still missing from just the aura that they give off. They have the consistency of the material. It's almost like Barbie skin kind of thing, like a plastic feel to it. So the bases, they don't look so much like that, but all the characters themselves, which is of course the important part, the belts and the leather and the face, they have this like plastic feel to it. So to me, even though it's really clean, it actually looks cheap. I can't quite put my finger on it. And obviously this is just my opinion, because there's a lot of people out there that absolutely love Prime 1. You know, they love, I think a lot of fans out there really want the clean paint apps over the more artistic kind of style. Me personally, I think that Prime 1 definitely fills a need and satisfies a fan base out there that really is looking for this style of statue. But I don't, they feel a lot cartoonier to me, which is okay, because you know, obviously these are comic books, based off comic books and video games, and it's just, you know, one big cartoon comic universe. So it's I guess it kind of like portrays that well. But I kind of like the more realistic style, and maybe I'm spoiled because I've grown to really love Sideshow pieces. But that's kind of my overall view of it. I think that the face sculpts for the Prime 1, the females I think are a little lacking. The males look pretty good, other than the skin tones. Like I said, I'm just saying negative stuff right now, but in reality, like, these pieces do look really, really cool. I think it's just a taste preference. Me personally, I don't love them, but they do look really nice. They have a lot of presence to them, and pretty much the way that they look in photos is the way they look in real life, and that's not always the case when it comes to you know, statues, and that's why it's kind of hard to pull the trigger to pre-order something, especially for these pieces that are $1,000. Oh, I wanted to say too, Deathstroke totally stood out to me out of all the pieces. Maybe because it didn't have the like human face on it, but it looks freaking awesome. The paint app for him works because I think he has all the armor and the shine in the metal. It looks really fantastic. I don't know enough about the character to ever pay that much for him. I don't care enough about it, but it's really awesome piece. So anybody that like has him on pre-order and is a fan will absolutely love it. You know, I think that here's Harley. Harley's pretty controversial for me. Like, I played all the Batman games. I love Arkham Knight. The design they did for Harley was fantastic. Like, I didn't really like her in the previous designs for the other games, but for this one I really felt like they nailed her, and her design was like a good mix of like sexy but like a good design, and especially the face sculpt that they had in the game was really good. But for the statue, I from the very beginning, I've never really liked the face. I think that it's maybe just the features are a little too dainty, or if it's not messed up enough. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but I'm not a huge fan of Harley. My wife wasn't either, so that if I want to give you another perspective, from a woman's perspective. But yeah, so here's Bane. Bane is cool. I think he's a little stiff. It's not great. We're reaching the end of the video here. And then this Batman version, I can't think of the name of it right now, the futuristic one. This was actually one of the better ones. It is a little plasticky, but it is very cool. Cool design and one of the better ones on the booth. So, all right, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to let you go. See ya. Bye.